Hello, everyone. Today I have a very special surprise. I've wielded my journalistic influence and gotten a guest here today that some of you might know as Donald J. Trump. Hi, Don.
Glad to be here, Kit.
All right, well, I have two questions for you, Mr. Trump. What do you think about Ferris State?
Oh, Kit, believe me, you know it, I know it, everyone knows it. Ferris is the greatest school in Michigan, and in fact, the world, Kip.
Donald, I couldn't agree more. Excuse me, do you like Donald or do you prefer Mr. Trump?
Call me Donnie.
Donnie, okay. All right, and I have one more question. Are you planning on building a wall between McNerney and Brophy?
Kip, it's gonna be huge. All right, and we're gonna get Central to pay for it, and it's gonna be the biggest, the best wall you've ever seen, Kip.
Did you say Central is going to pay for it?
No, it's not what I said, Kip.
Okay. All right. Well, thanks so much for your time, Mr. Trump. Excuse me, Donnie. And I hope to have you back on.
Oh, my pleasure, Kip.
Hello? I wish I was a little bit taller. I wish I was a baller. I wish I had a girl who looked good, I would call her. Wish I had a rabbit in a hat with a bat and a 6'4" baller. I wish I was like 6'9".
Welcome to the Torchcast. I'm your host, Kip Bybee, and I have a couple special guests today. First one, he only drinks when he's sad, happy, or neutral. It's Anton Saurini. Second guest is someone who's in a rock band, but don't get too excited, ladies. He only plays the pan flute. It's Josh Olzsewski. Josh, and I didn't even want you to come in yet, but I got to make sure I said your name right. Is that?
That is correct.
Okay.
It's Josh Olzsewski, yeah.
Yeah, on the last podcast, we had an issue with your name because you were in the paper, and I had two other guests, and no one knew exactly how to pronounce it, so I'm glad we got it.
It's a tricky one, that's for sure.
But Josh is our student government president, and I wasn't kidding. He's in a rock band called, what's it called? Beach Thief?
Yeah, it's Beach Thief.
Nice. When'd you form your band?
It was sophomore year, so 2 years ago now, and we were actually at Ludington on the beach, and we were going to go check out the lighthouse. And as we all were sort of walking towards our destination, one of our friends had this epiphany that no one was around to watch our stuff, and sprinted back to our blanket. And I just remember my roommate at the time, Jordan McNaughton, kind of looked at me and he's like, you gotta watch out for those beach thieves. Rest is history.
Nice. Yeah, I've heard your stuff on SoundCloud too.
Oh, cool, man.
So how do you find your music if you're looking for it?
Yeah, I mean it's on Bandcamp, it's on SoundCloud, we're on Spotify, iTunes.
Oh, nice.
Really, where you would find any other normal band. We're just like another normal band.
All right. And Anton is the student government president. He's in a band. Anton, what are you bringing to the table?
Kip, I'm bringing a mycology club to the table.
Yes. Anton, you wanted to talk about your new club. What'd you say it was? It was mycology?
Yeah, mycology, the study of mushrooms.
Yeah.
And pretty much we're actually in the process of making that RSO. Our good buddy Josh over here, he's if he approves it, we can get this ball rolling. So if he doesn't approve it, if no one finds out about this, we're gonna go egg his house. So yeah, we will start a new club if that doesn't come through.
The house egging club.
Yeah. What's with you and mushrooms? Do you have a?
I actually went to the Paul Stamets speech last year,
Mm-hmm.
and it was just so riveting. I've had a passion for mushrooms ever since.
All right, cool. All right. Before we talk about student government more with Josh, I want to talk to you guys about a tweet I read today that just really irritated me to my core. And I'll read it exactly. It says, "Don't be with someone who complains about snow. They're the type of person who doesn't make the best out of things in life."
That's deep.
I actually really like that tweet, Kev.
Yeah, I don't know if you heard us before this, but we really like the snow.
Yeah, we really
We're
enjoy
two
the snow.
folks who just really love the snow.
That's fine. That's a fine thing. But is what he's saying really is you can't be upset about anything or complain about anything ever. Because if you don't like the snow, you don't like it. It's okay to not like something, and it's okay to complain about something. You shouldn't be. That's like saying don't be with somebody who complains that they have cancer because they're not making the best out of their cancer.
Well, Kip,
Well, some things are just bad.
I have
like snow.
standards over here, and if someone wants to complain about the snow, they will not be in my life.
Well, I think it's part of that whole movement. You've probably seen it on social media or whatever, where it's like, if you meet someone who doesn't like Cheetos, don't hang out with that person.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
So that's, I don't know, it's just kind of a trend, I think.
I guess. What it seemed to me was a way to get retweets from people who, good vibes and positivity. But I don't buy it. All right, well, if I'm the only one complaining about this tweet, then I guess we'll just move on. But anyway, so the way we want to interview you, Josh, because you've just became student government president in the last couple of weeks.
Yeah,
correct.
That's true.
So we want to round you out as a person.
Okay.
So I'm going to ask a question, and then Anton's going to ask a question first, and then I'm going to ask a question. We're going to do the old cop trick called good cop, bad cop.
Okay.
I'm going to be your friend. I'm going to talk to you about real issues. And Anton wrote a couple questions that I'm not sure exactly where his head's at. Maybe he's been eating a couple of those mushrooms that he's talking about. But so that's what we're going to do. So Anton, what's your first question?
Well, my first question for you, Kip, is will the audience see my cop mustache?
Well, we had Jake Law come in here and take a couple pictures. So
Okay.
if they turned out okay, then yeah, we'll put it on.
Hopefully they did. Hopefully he doesn't Photoshop my mustache out of the pictures. So to you, Josh, is it true student government spent $40,000 on a 75-year-old turtle?
On a 75-year-old turtle, huh? You know, we thought about it.
Yeah.
But no, we did not.
That would be a bad investment. How long do turtles live? Like tortoises?
I hear it's only 100 years.
100 years?
I think so. Isn't it on Finding Nemo? So it should be a fact.
Yeah.
Okay. Well, see, if you want to spend $40,000 on a pet, don't get one that only has 25 years left to live, you know? Because if you can buy a turtle at age 1 for probably $40,000, and you'll have 100 years out of it, you know?
Is that a story problem?
It could be. If the turtle lives to 25 and he walks at a speed of 4 miles per hour, how long did he walk?
A.
You know what? I said that wrong. How far did he walk?
C.
C. Okay. I think the answer, you should always guess C. All right. Josh, my question is, what are you most excited for this year in regards to student government?
Really looking forward to forming relationships with all of the unique organizations and departments throughout Ferris and throughout the community. I think we have a really eclectic group of students, and they're all really passionate about what they do. And no two organizations are the same. So it's just really cool to be able to provide an opportunity for all these great minds to get in one room together and see what we can do.
Yeah, that's awesome.
Mm-hmm.
All right, Anton, what do you got?
So my next question for you is, are you planning on wielding your new power to paint the entire university center tie-dye?
Who told you? No, I'm just kidding. Again, a great suggestion.
Yeah.
I don't know. I'd have to talk to Mark Schulke about that one.
Can we, as a student body, bring that to student government and push for that to happen if you don't do it yourself?
If you want to form the tie-dye committee,
Okay.
I'll allow that.
Done deal.
Yeah, I think with all the construction going on, there's a lot of noise, and it's always nice to see that this campus is expanding, but aesthetically, I mean, construction going on isn't like the greatest sight, you know. So maybe a tie-dye university center would be kind of a tonic for sore eyes.
Yeah, no, that's a true statement, I think.
So we'll try to get that. I'll join your committee, Anton. We'll get that going.
Thank you, Kip.
All right. My question is, how can students get involved in student government if they want to do that?
Yeah, so all of our meetings are open. They're open to the public. So if you are interested in joining, come check out a meeting. Just come see what we're all about. The new membership process is you just come to 3 consecutive meetings. Depending on if you would like to represent your college or you'd like to represent your RSO, just go out and talk to your fellow colleagues, and there's a couple signatures that you need to get, and then we'll have an interview process. But all in all, we really want students to join, and we're not really looking to turn anyone away because we do represent the student body, and the only way we do that effectively is if we have an eclectic and diverse group of students. So,
very fantastic.
Josh, I have another question for you to piggyback on that. How would you go about, say you're starting a new RSO,
okay.
or maybe you have an old one like student government. How would you go about kind of networking and finding more people for your RSO?
student government's great for that. We have a lot of folks who represent a lot of different organizations. And even if you aren't a member, more than welcome to come. We have 2 hearing of the public segments. So if you want to come plug an event, or if you need help, if you want to collaborate on an event, or you just want to bring up an issue, we have 2 opportunities for folks to do so.
Okay, awesome.
All right, I think it's your turn. Is it? Yeah, you still have one more question, right, Anton?
Yeah. My last question for you is, on a scale of 1 to 1,000, how much do you like the Quad Cafe's sushi?
Hands down, I would say 10,000.
10,000.
But I am by no means a sushi connoisseur.
Okay.
I've maybe had 5 servings of sushi in my whole life. But I like it. I think it's pretty good.
Were you saying that you had sushi on the way here, or just before you came here?
Yeah, just before. I had,
What'd you get?
Smoked salmon.
Okay, yeah,
I
smoked
think-
salmon is
I
real
think-
good.
This might be my first successful try to use the chopsticks.
Oh, okay.
I've struggled before, but tonight I was like, yeah, this looks
This
right.
is it?
Anton's a surgeon with those chopsticks, from what I heard.
Yeah, it's true. Eating at the Mongo every day.
Yeah.
Freshman year. They'll do that
It's a
to you.
rigorous training program.
Yeah.
All right, last question, Josh. At least about student government. What leaders do you look up to the most?
Leaders. You know, it might be a cliche answer, but I really look up to my mother. You know, she raised 3 sons, so I think that takes a lot.
Yeah.
Especially, you know, my older brothers were just your classic rambunctious older brothers, so
Mhm.
I really respect my mother for that. I also really look up to like Martin Luther King, just really everything that he went to and the things that he inspired folks to do
Mm-hmm.
is appalling. It's amazing how you can inspire someone, you know, with a few short sentences. Really, that whole phrase, "I have a dream," stop right there. That's inspiring.
Mhm.
Yeah.
That sentence, that short little sentence.
Very good. All right, so if you guys are ready, we'll move on into news. Unless you have anything else you want to talk about, this is your chance to plug anything or get anything off your chest.
Josh mentioned his brothers. I really have one more question. I'm going to take my cop uniform off real quick and meet him eye to eye as a person. And I was wondering, how do you feel about that? Like, would you, because I'm an only child, and I really enjoyed growing up like that, but everyone I talk to who has had siblings is like, you're crazy, man. You need to have brothers in your life.
Did you have close cousins?
Not necessarily.
Okay, well, I mean, obviously I wouldn't say just by off chance that me having siblings makes me any better than someone who doesn't have siblings.
But you are better than those people.
No, that's not true at all. I don't know. It's just the way I grew up, and I really love my brothers. But
Mhm.
I'm sure you had very similar connections with some really good friends.
Yeah, I supplemented those with friends, those
Yeah.
gaps.
Yeah, so I think it evens out.
Okay.
Yeah, it's funny. You'll read about successful people, and really they come from all walks of life.
Mhm.
There's some people that their parents died when they were 10 or something, and now they're the CEO of this or that. And there's some people, yeah, like Batman, exactly. And there's some people who grew up with 1,000 brothers and sisters, and now they're homeless.
Yeah.
I'm kidding. They can be successful too.
Yeah.
I had 2 sisters growing up, and all I wanted was a brother. So we could have been brothers, Anton. You could have just came and lived with me.
I feel it for you, Kip.
All right. So news. Actually, I have one more thing. Josh, do you remember Richard Sutton
Yeah, I do.
from freshman
Yeah.
year? I'm trying to get him to come on the show.
Yeah?
He lives back in Iowa now, but I might have him call in.
Dude,
But I was
you
just
could do
wondering
a-
if you remember.
Yeah, you could do a section on vinyl. That guy knows all
Yeah,
about.
he
He's all about it, man.
yeah. We might have to cut it down for time a little bit because he can go on about the vinyl.
He's a knowledgeable dude.
That's true. All right, news. So first, here's a story. It's National Adopt a Pet Month. So there was an article in the paper this week about some students who have a dog or a cat. And some student says it helps to relieve stress. Another person said that when they take a break from studying, they like to play with their cat. And just my opinion, having a dog or a cat in college, I think, adds to stress because of the financial strain and the things to worry about. And you can't. I mean, what if you have an all-day thing of class and your dog is sitting there in his crate? I just think it's not fair to have a dog in college to the pet. All right, here's another piece of news. Former Ferris football player is now a New Orleans Saint. I don't know how do you become a saint? Do you have to work for the church, or?
Yeah, I mean it's like a rigorous process. Some folks go to school for
Do you have to be a priest?
I hear you can do whatever you want, like really, really bad things, and as long as you repent, you're good. You're good to go.
Okay. Now, I think we took it a little bit too far for me to just say, just kidding. But I know that he is a New Orleans Saint, the football team. And his name is Jake Latman, and he started his first game on October 6th. So that's good times. It's always nice to see a Ferris athlete go on to bigger and better sports teams.
Yeah, we originally had 3 that went to the NFL, correct?
Oh, I don't know.
I actually know. I wasn't. I was just trying to play that off like I didn't. But,
Okay.
Yeah.
Own it, man.
Own it. Next time.
Yes. Well, Jason Laan was drafted by the Jets.
Yeah.
And the night he was drafted, I used to work at Jets Pizza, and he called and ordered Jets that night. I think.
Yeah.
He must have taken a picture with the pizza box or something and be like, "Look who I was drafted by." Or something. I'm not sure, but yeah, that's how I found out. I said, "All right, what's your name?" He goes, "Jason." I'm like, "Okay, last name is like Vanderlaan." I'm like, "Oh, hey,
Hey, what's up?
He just dropped that.
what's going on, man? We're friends now, right? Can I come hang out?" All right. So another sports story here. Loyal Ferris sports fans will now be paid, sort of, for their loyalty. What is going to happen is people that go to games will get points. People that stay for the whole game will get points. People that wear Ferris stuff will get points. I think there's other ways too. And you can save up your points and cash them in for a Big B gift card or other things. So they're encouraging people to support Ferris football and hockey and volleyball and soccer, all the teams.
Do you think this is going to increase turnout at the events?
I doubt it, but maybe. I've been wrong before, but I don't think so.
Yeah.
I don't know, man. And maybe again, I'm just a huge connoisseur for food, but you can pretty much bribe me with food anytime.
Yeah. Well, I'm a big connoisseur for coffee, and I can say that if they introduce a Starbucks gift card, maybe we'll talk.
You
But,
think you like Starbucks over Big B?
Oh, so much better.
Yeah.
I really don't like Big B's coffee. It just doesn't taste. It's like gas station coffee to me. I don't know. But I had Wesco coffee the other day, and it tastes like soy sauce. It was weird. It was like bean water, you know? It wasn't coffee. Whatever it wasn't coffee. But I mean, is this a normal thing? Do you guys know, do other schools do systems like this to encourage people to come to games, or?
So I have a buddy that was talking about at Michigan State, they do kind of the same thing, and you get points, you accumulate points throughout the year, but they have kind of an overnight camp where you sleep out, and from what I hear, if you do not attend this, you lose all your points. Like, you could be a senior at Michigan State and just all your points are reset back to 0.
What are they camping out for?
I don't know.
It's like
I didn't get
just
that.
to camp
It's
out.
just
It must be like a pep rally kind of overnight
like-
thing, yeah.
I'm better at being Michigan State, a Michigan State fan than you. Yeah.
Well, they should call my family because both my sisters, well, one of them goes to state right now, one of them graduated from state, and both my parents graduated from state.
Wow.
Yeah.
I came here.
Yeah. So you're a black mark on the family tree.
I guess so, and I'm a black sheep. But I got into Michigan State after my freshman fall here. I applied to Michigan State, University of Kentucky, and I think University of Louisville. My parents live in Kentucky, so I applied there, and I got in, but I ended up staying here. I really like Ferris.
Why did you want to leave us in the first place?
Just because, my whole family went to a bigger school, and I kind of wanted that experience, but really Ferris has been, just the right fit for me. So.
Yeah.
Well, that's awesome.
All right, a little bit of Halloween topic here. Halloween costumes. What do you guys thinking?
Well, actually, my band, Beach Thief, not my band, the band I'm in, we are going to do a theme. We're going to be the Scooby Gang.
Oh.
And thing is, so I'm going to be Fred, but we don't have anyone to be Scooby. So I might be a genetically modified Fred Scooby hybrid.
Right.
But I don't know how I'm going to pull it off yet, so maybe.
Oh.
So stay tuned for that.
Yeah, it could be a thing.
Yeah.
Okay.
I'm currently in the works. I'm thinking about going as Jesus himself. I've heard from a couple of people I may receive a lot of flack from drunk people.
Yeah.
But yeah, we'll see how that goes.
Well, I feel like there is a Jesus every year, so someone's got to do it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It might as well be you.
Yes.
And if something really bad happens, like we're like, okay, I cannot be dressed up as Jesus anymore, you turn it into a toga. I mean, you're already wearing a toga, right? If you're
Or if someone comes up to me all confrontational like, I can be like, oh, I'm not Jesus, I'm just wearing a toga.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Very
What about
versatile.
you, Kip?
I don't normally dress up. I just have a Red Wings jersey that I've had forever that I normally throw on if I need a costume. But I bought a yellow sweatshirt, and I'm going to draw a zigzag line on it with Sharpie and be Charlie Brown.
Ooh, that's good.
Because I love Charlie Brown. I think I've only
Shave
seen...
your head?
I actually thought about it.
Do it.
Yeah, it's a little far. But it's also the worst time to shave your head, it being winter.
Yeah.
Pretty cool.
Yeah. I really wanted to be Stanley Hudson from The Office,
Yes.
but I don't know how I would pull that off. That'd be tough.
Could be Toby.
No, I could do Toby.
You'd be sad.
Yeah.
Slightly
A
sad.
sad sack. That's actually perfect, because if you ever see me at a party, I kind of just sit there.
Start a conversation about the Strangler.
Hi, guys. Yeah. It's like, did you know I was part of a Strangler trial? All right, let's do crime. Speaking of stranglers, let's see. Disorderly person at the Rock. I read like probably every week about a disorderly person at the Rock or something bad happening at the Rock. I've never seen. I used to go to the Rock all the time when I lived on campus, and I've never saw anything bad happen.
Were they just upset that there was no more like cereal left?
I don't know.
I've been pretty upset when there's no more cereal left. I don't think I've
Understandably.
ever been disorderly though.
Well,
Yeah.
I think you're a composed person.
To agree with you on that point, I lived at the Rock when I was a freshman, and I didn't see anyone that was disorderly.
Yeah, I saw your sleeping bag rolled up.
Yeah, that was me.
Yeah, I didn't know it was you, but I knew somebody slept there. Like, they really got to take care of this homeless problem at the Rock. All right, larceny complaint in Halsey Hall. Clowns were knocking on windows in the South Quad. That's bad.
That's still going on, huh?
I guess. All right, a wallet was stolen from the rec center. That sucks.
Yeah.
Because, sometimes you forget your lock, or maybe you don't have a lock, and you're like, it'll probably be okay.
Right.
Yeah.
And then, you put a little trust in your fellow man, and...
Now you're out $4.
Yeah. That's true.
Yeah. Well, the thing is, like, I would say 9.5 out of 10 times, it probably is okay.
Yeah,
That
well,
one
as long
time
as you
that's
cancel
not.
your debit card real quick,
Right.
Yeah.
you should be okay. But then you got your ID and everything. That's really the worst part about your wallet getting stolen is the time you have to put into recovering your stuff.
Right.
Yeah, definitely.
Yeah. All right, and somebody got in trouble. A couple people got in trouble for smoking weed in Bond Hall. So nothing new.
Yeah.
Let's see. I picked out one opinion this week because I think we're running a little long right now. But Travis Sacher wrote about college students trick-or-treating. He says it's a good idea. He says it could bring the community and the students together. Now, that's a good argument for it, if you're going to argue for it. But I'm going to have to disagree. I'm going to say probably freshman, sophomore year of high school, you should probably call it quits on the trick-or-treating. What do you guys think?
I mean, I think as long as you let the younger kids go first.
Yeah.
And you're not taking candy from them, I have no problem with it. But like, if there's 2 pieces of candy left and you're standing next to a couple little kids, you just let them have it.
Yeah, it's like when you're at a baseball game and a little kid is about to catch a ball, and then an adult steps in and just grabs it.
Yeah.
Like, let him have the ball. You're 45 years old.
Yeah. Theoretically, I want to go trick-or-treating. Like, that's a lot of free food. And then that also helps you, your expense, your big expense there. But realistically, I think if I went out and trick-or-treated, it just wouldn't go well. I'd get a lot of townies yelling at me.
Yeah, and at some point it becomes you're too old to go up to a stranger's porch without
without being
good
drunk.
reason. Yeah. Because if a little kid walks on your porch, they're not going to get robbed. Like, I used to deliver pizza, and I felt if you went up to the wrong person's house, which had happened once in a while, it was like the weirdest thing. Like, imagine somebody just coming up to your porch
Especially dressed up in a costume.
11 p.m. So, I think it's for kids, but that's just me and 98% of other people, according to a survey I took a couple months ago. All right, anything else, guys?
Kip, do you believe the alumni building is haunted?
Everyone keeps saying it is, but I go down there alone once in a while to get, stuff for the Torchcast and for the paper, but I've never seen anything.
Mm-hmm.
I think it's because I don't believe in haunted stuff.
Yeah.
I don't see it because I don't believe it. I think if you believe in it, you kind of start to notice things that you might think are haunted, like a noise or whatever. But, it's not haunted because hauntings aren't real.
So, have either of you guys experienced any paranormal activity before?
I went to the restroom once in the basement of alumni.
Oh.
And I came out, and there was a trash can in the middle of the hallway that wasn't there before. It might have been the janitor. It also might not have been the janitor.
Yeah.
That's all I'm saying.
Yeah, it's possible as it goes, I suppose. Not to switch gears too much, because this is kind of not ghost stuff, but I can't remember. I'd have to call my mom to find out the details of the story, but her grandma, my mom's grandma, so my great-grandma, died a long time ago, and it was like the anniversary of her dying, and my mom was doing laundry, and she goes on like the top shelf to get some cleaner or something, and there was a dusty old birthday card that my mom got from her grandma that fell, and it'd been there for 10 years or something. She'd never seen it, and it fell, and it was on an anniversary. Maybe it was her birthday or the anniversary of her dying or something, but it just fell and opened up on the washing machine. So that's the closest to. I mean, I'm sure it's a coincidence, but that's the closest to someone from the afterlife communicating.
Yeah, that's pretty crazy.
Yeah.
I don't have a story to share.
I saw a crazy episode of Ghost Hunters.
Yeah.
Is there a spooky ghost in here?
Did you guys ever watch the Kroll Show?
I've heard about it, but I haven't seen it.
Oh, it's so funny. They have a thing called Ghost Bouncers.
Okay.
They have two New Jersey, Jersey Shore type guys that go into haunted places. They're like, ghost bounces. One guy's name is Bobby Bottle Service. It's really funny. The other guy's Peter Paparazzo. We're about to bounce this ghost.
That's funny.
Yeah. All right. Well, we'll wrap it up with Ghost Bouncers. Next week, we have another special surprise. I know the Trump thing must have been kind of overwhelming for you. Josh, should I tell him that it was you?
That was
Josh.
Now.
Okay.
Are you sure it was me?
Oh, well, I mean, you do look a lot like Donald Trump.
It's the hair.
Yeah. All right. Well, next week I do have another special surprise for you, so stay tuned for that. And make sure you like and share the Torchcast. Make sure everyone sees it. And look out for Student Government's new readings of the. What did you do last week after the Student Government meeting? You read the notes and.
Yeah, we've been really just doing short recaps of the meetings, just letting people know what goes on because they are public meetings and we do have public minutes for those, but. You don't feel like sifting through the minutes. We just have a short, quick little video to tell you what's going on.
Perfect. For sure. So look out for that. Anton, make sure you make it out to the. Give me the name of it one more time.
The Mycology Club.
Mycology.
Or the Egg Josh's House Club, whichever direction that takes
Yes.
off.
So if you're into mushrooms or you're looking to learn about mushrooms, make sure you contact Anton. Do you want to leave your email?
Yeah, I mean, if you're looking to go out on some mushroom hunts with the club or maybe get in the lab and look at some mushrooms under the microscope or grow your own mushrooms, totally legal ones,
right?
Edible ones, contact me at saurina@ferris.edu, and yes, I'm aware that spells Serena.
All right. So thanks a bunch, guys. We'll see you next week.
Awesome. Thanks for having us.
I don't need nobody to call me on the phone. I don't need no